Once upon a time in the golden world of Turkish television, a love story was born, not just on screen, but, seemingly, in real life too. When Yaman and Demet Özdemir starred together in Erkenci Kuş, Daydreamer, sparks flew instantly. Their chemistry wasn't just acting, it felt raw, real, and impossible to ignore. The way they looked at each other, the teasing smiles, the way they spoke each other's names, fans all over the world were convinced this was more than fiction. From Italy to Brazil, from Spain to the Middle East, international audiences fell head over heels for the couple. Social media exploded with real couple edits, speculation videos, and fan accounts dedicated to their supposed romance. And while the couple remained largely silent, their body language screamed a different story. But then, just as suddenly as it all began, it ended. There was no official statement, no emotional goodbye, no tell-all interview. Just silence. And over time, the silence became louder than any headline. What really happened between Can and Demet? Why did they never speak about their separation? And what are the truths that have never been told? This is their story. The year was 2018. Turkish romantic comedies were thriving, but Erkenci Kuş brought something new to the table. A bubbly young woman named Sanem, and a mysterious photographer named Can, thrown into a whirlwind of romance, ambition, and mistaken identities. The show was light-hearted, beautifully shot, and deeply addictive, but what truly set it apart was the undeniable connection between the leads. Insiders from the production set began whispering almost immediately, "They're not just acting." Crew members noticed the pair spending time together even after the cameras stopped rolling. They laughed more than necessary. They shared inside jokes. They supported each other in scenes that were emotionally difficult. One assistant claimed, anonymously, you could see it in their eyes. It wasn't just the characters falling in love, it was them. As the show gained popularity, so did the off-screen speculation. Paparazzi tried to catch them together. Fans analyzed every Instagram story, every like, every glance. And while the couple remained tight-lipped, their interactions only added fuel to the fire. Although neither Can nor Demet confirmed a romantic relationship during the filming of Erkenci Kuş, there were moments that made it almost impossible to believe otherwise. Late-night interviews hinted at mutual admiration. On-screen kisses seemed too real. Their energy during award shows, red carpets, and press conferences was electric. One now-famous video shows Demet resting her head on Can's shoulder while they waited backstage. Another shows Can brushing hair from Demet's face during a break in filming. It was the small, unplanned gestures that seemed the most revealing. Demet once said in an interview, "We're very close. We support each other a lot. Working with Can is always easy." Can, on the other hand, often described Demet as funny, intelligent, and incredibly talented. But they both avoided answering the big question directly, were they in love? As filming continued, reports began to surface about the duo being spotted together outside of work. Restaurants, private parties, even weekend getaways were mentioned, always vague, always unconfirmed. Turkish tabloids printed blurry photos of what they claimed were the two stars holding hands. Their management teams refused to comment. Some fans believed this secrecy was due to network restrictions or publicity strategies. Others thought the couple wanted to protect something precious, something fragile. A real romance, perhaps? Despite the silence, Demet and Can continued to interact in ways that kept hope alive. Flirty banter during live appearances, teasing social media posts, subtle matching outfits. For a moment, it felt like the whole world was rooting for them. As the show reached international heights, with fans across Europe and Latin America, the pressure intensified. Suddenly, Can and Demet weren't just actors, they were symbols of ideal love. Every move they made was scrutinized. Their private lives became public property. This kind of fame can be suffocating. Friends of the couple later hinted that the constant attention was affecting them deeply. One close friend said anonymously they couldn't go out together without being followed. Even their families were being asked about their relationship. It's possible that the very thing that brought them together, fame, was now slowly pulling them apart. Despite all the signs, some critics began to question the authenticity of their bond. Was it possible that their romance was a publicity strategy? Could the producers of Erkenci Kuss have encouraged the illusion to keep ratings high? Both Can and Demet had rising careers, and a real-life romance would only boost their popularity. But would they really fake something so emotional? Fans were divided. Some believed it was all real, too real to be staged. Others pointed to the lack of public confirmation as suspicious. The truth, as always, remained elusive. By late 2019, after Erkenci Kuss had concluded, subtle signs of tension began to emerge. Can began working on international projects, including appearances in Italy. Demet focused on a new series and began distancing herself from their shared past. The once frequent social media interactions dwindled. There were rumors of disagreements, of jealousy, of clashing ambitions. A Turkish entertainment blog claimed that Can wanted to take their relationship public, while Demet preferred privacy. Another source said they simply grew apart, as many couples do after the intense pressure of working together non-stop. Still, no official reason was given. The fans were left guessing. One day, it simply stopped. No more pictures. No more flirtatious comments. No more hints of a future together. And perhaps most telling, no goodbyes. The lack of closure was brutal for fans who had invested years into the couple. Some hoped it was a temporary break. Others began searching for clues in interviews, lyrics, and quotes. But neither Can nor Demet spoke about the relationship, or the end of it. It was as if it had never happened. In the years following their supposed breakup, industry insiders began to talk. Some said the couple had a serious falling out. Others claimed there had never been a relationship at all, just a powerful friendship that was misinterpreted by the world. But there's another version of the story. According to one former colleague, there was a major disagreement between Can and Demet shortly after filming ended. It allegedly involved personal boundaries, jealousy, and conflicting career goals. The tension became so unbearable that they chose to part ways completely, both professionally and personally. Whether this version is true or not remains uncertain. But it fits the puzzle in ways few others do. Demet Özdemir has built a strong career after Erkenci Kuss, with several successful series and a growing presence in international media. But she has never spoken in detail about her relationship with Can. However, in scattered interviews, she has dropped subtle clues. Once asked about the pressures of dating someone in the same industry, she replied, "It can be very difficult. Especially when everything becomes a headline." In another interview, she mentioned, "Some connections are real, but not meant to last." Fans read between the lines. Was she talking about Can? Can Yaman, meanwhile, has embraced an international career. With major projects in Italy, endorsements, and even a book, he has become a global icon. He's also been linked romantically to several women, including Italian actress Diletta Leotta, but those relationships also ended abruptly. About Demet, he has only said this: "She was a very special co-star. We shared something unique. And nothing more." Both Can and Demet have found success, but it's clear that the shadows of their past still follow them. Fan pages continue to post old photos. Video edits of their scenes still go viral. The world refuses to let go of what they once were, or what they could have been. And maybe, deep down, neither have they. The fandom surrounding Can and Demet is one of the most loyal and passionate in the world. When the separation became apparent, the reaction was emotional. Hashtags trended. Old interviews were revisited. Fan fiction surged. Even now, years later, fans continue to ask the same question: what really happened? And they continue to wait, for answers, for a reunion, for closure. Some say Demet fell in love with someone else. Others believe Can's ambition pushed her away. There are even rumors of betrayal, of broken trust, of promises not kept. But in truth, the full story may never be known. What we do know is this: their connection was real, at least to those who watched it unfold. Maybe the reason they never spoke about it is because it meant too much. Some loves are too precious to share. Too delicate to explain. Too deep to define. Perhaps silence was their way of keeping it sacred. In recent months, eagle-eyed fans have noticed occasional interactions, likes on Instagram, subtle mentions in interviews, similar travel locations. Could it mean something? Or is it just coincidence? Only time will tell. The story of Yaman and Demet Özdemir is more than a love story. It's a mystery, a legend, a piece of television history that blurred the lines between fiction and reality. Whether they were truly in love, or simply extraordinary co-stars, one thing is certain, they gave the world something unforgettable. And perhaps, that's enough.